Good morning and welcome to the start of the HOKA Highland Fling. 750 solo competitors and 200 relay competitors are gathering for what promises to be a thrilling and exciting day of racing. Racing starting here from Mill Guy before they head up the way to Tyndrum.
Morning! Can you hear me?
The stacked field added to the temptation to start fast on the first fairly flat section of the race from Mill Guy. Donnie, Kim, Robbie and Joe in the lead group pushing an incredibly fast pace, leaving everyone wondering how long they can keep it up for. Sally Fawcett took an early lead for the women, followed by Beth Pascal and Devon Yanko.
Good luck, Devon. Have a good race.
At Conic Hill, the field begins to spread even further, Sally retaining the lead in the women's race and still looking strong. Meanwhile, in the men's race, Joe drops just back from the front group to pace himself for later on in the race.
Well done.
On the descent to Balmaha, Beth begins to close the gap on Sally. Unfortunately for Devon Yanko, she has to pull out after a strong start.
Well done.
Hey, baby. Hey, well done.
On the banks of Loch Lomond, Beth pulls level with Sally where they run together for a few kilometres. Beth making a break just before Rhododendron. At the front of the men's race, the group is split and each runner is now running individually with a small gap in between each other. Damien Hall and Owen Lennon have pulled ahead of Jez Bragg, and both Damien and Owen looking strong.
Nice one.
As the gap between the front three athletes begins to widen, Donnie pushes ahead into the lead, closely followed by Kim with Robbie about a minute behind. After a fairly long section of flat, well-groomed trails, competitors now have to contend with a short technical section, allowing some of the runners to get further ahead. After Ben Gasson, Donnie makes a clean break away from the rest of the pack, leaving a 3-minute gap between himself, Kim, and then another 3 minutes between Kim and Robbie Britton. After a consistent first half, Damien Hall seizes his chance to close the gap on the leading runners. At the finish line in Tyndrum, Donnie Campbell takes first place and smashes the record with a time of 6 hours, 51 minutes and 6 seconds.
Yeah, it was a good race. Race plan went fairly well, I can't complain. Course record. Plan was, for me personally, was since it was such a stacked field and such a championship, there's so many good athletes. I thought myself, I'll stick with the lead pack until I get to roughly about Ben Glass if I can, if that's possible. And then from there, I'll try and push on if I've got anything left in legs, and everything fell into place.
Yeah, it's a really special finish. Pretty emotional, to be honest. Still am, so I'm going to move that camera away before I start crying. I got news that I was only 3 minutes behind the next guy. I was in 4th place, so that gave me a bit of boost. I didn't know who the next guy was. Apparently some guy called Robbie Britton. I hadn't heard of him before, but apparently he's quite good.
I tried to chase Nemo when he came past me, and it knocked me for 6 bit.
Oh, well done. Superb run there.
Oh, you're on, You okay? No. Can you get that chair over? Maybe something to sit on.
Superb, Owen.
Beth Pascal crosses the finish line as First Lady, and another record is smashed with a time of 7 hours, 52 minutes and 55 seconds.
It went better than I planned. No, I never thought it would go that well, to be honest. I hadn't planned that carefully, to be honest. The main thing I wanted to do was not go off too hard, because I knew it was a fast course. And I think everyone was going to be pushing off really hard from the start, so I just made a conscious effort not to go out too hard. But I was just really lucky. I just felt really good the whole way through, really. Oh, well done.
Almost home.
It's been another exciting year on the West Highland Way at the HOKA Highland Fling. As we speak, runners are still crossing the finish line here in Tyndrum. Don't forget you can catch up with the HOKA Highland Fling on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram.
He goes, right,